Listen, in case you didn't know, good morning. Your content should be generating you income. Your content should be generating you income. And if it's not, we're doing something wrong, okay? Ladies, every time we post, whether we go live, post pictures, reels, stories, whatever we're doing online, your content should be generating you income. And if it's not, we got to fix it. It is about to be 2026, okay? It's time to build the business. It's time to post the content. It's time to follow through with the goals and the dreams that you claim you have. If you're not doing that, we have to fix it. Good morning. I also want you ladies to understand this. Listen to me very closely. You only need one digital product in your store. You only need one, ladies. See, a lot of you guys, how do I want to put this? You get overwhelmed. A lot of you guys get overwhelmed. You start overthinking, overanalyzing, second guessing your brilliance because you think you need all these products in your store. No, ma'am, no, sir, you only need one. And that one product that you choose to create and sell will literally change your entire life. How do I know that? Because it changed mine. You guys, I started my online business during COVID almost 6 years ago. And when I first started, I was 340 pounds, okay? I went on a weight loss journey, lost 100 pounds, okay? And on that weight loss journey, I learned a lot. I learned how to exercise, I learned how to eat right, and I learned how to fix my mindset so that I wouldn't overindulge in unhealthy food ever again. And since doing that, I packaged all of that knowledge that I learned on my weight loss journey and I put it in an ebook. And I started teaching other people how to lose weight too. And I promoted it on YouTube, all right? So the point that I'm making to you is there's already something that you know about. There's already something that you have skills in and a passion for. And whatever it is, I don't care how far-fetched people try to convince you, you should be building your business off of that, okay? But you're not. Why? Because you live in fear. That's why. You live in fear. On my live, you guys, fear stands for fuck everything and run, and that's what you're doing. You're running away from the business ideas. Good morning. You're running away from the content. You're running away from the freedom. You're running away from the income that you deserve because you're so worried about people laughing at you. You're so fearful of people talking shit. You're so fearful of looking stupid. You're so fearful of failure. And all of these fears that you have is the very thing that's keeping you trapped. Ain't that a shame? But let me tell you this. If you do not learn to let go of the fear and post anyways, show up messy anyways, not know what you're doing anyways, that fear will always keep you trapped. Yes, it will. Yes, it will. So you're going to have to let go of the fear, ladies. You really don't have a choice. You can either keep doing what you've been doing, which in most cases is a whole bunch of nothing, or you can change it. You can fix it. Now, what I want to know is, and be honest, who on this live is sick and tired of their own BS? Meaning they're always tired of starting and stopping. They're tired of giving up before they even get started. They're tired of doubting themselves. They're tired of being in the same toxic cycle. If that's you, go ahead and put me in the chat. And not only are you tired of it, I need you to also be ready to change it. You got to be ready to change it, okay? Listen, I can only help people who want to change. I can't help you if you good, you love starting and stopping, you love being insecure. Very good, Mushy. Because if that's what you enjoy, then just keep doing it. Listen. You'd be surprised at how many people just want to complain and don't want to fix it. I also want to know who on this live is fed up with living paycheck to paycheck. If that is you, go ahead and put me in the chat if you're fed up with it and you want to change it. And I also want to know who on this live is ready to start walking in their purpose, meaning they're ready to do the things that they love and get paid for it. If that is you, very good. Go ahead and put me in the chat. For those of you guys, very good, very good. For those of you guys who have never seen my face before, good morning. My name is Coach Jazz and I teach women how to glow up. On this live, I'm going to teach you guys how to build your online business, how to post your content, monetize your platforms. I'm also going to teach you how to build yourself. Ladies, there's nothing that you can't do. Okay, I want to make that very clear. I'm going to say it again. There is nothing that you cannot do. The problem is you got a lot of stuff going on in this pretty little head of yours that's holding you back. The procrastinations, the excuses, the insecurities, the lack of boundaries. Okay, so we got to fix what's going on in here so that what we have going on inside can reflect in our external life. Okay, you can do this, but we got to let go of the fear. All right, we got to let go of the fear. Now, it's in your best interest to take notes this morning, okay? Because I'm going to give y'all a lot of tea. Your head is going to be spinning. And what I know about you is you're going to forget. You're going to forget. Because life be life and stress be stress. And I already know we're humans, okay? But if you take notes, if you write the shit down, anything that I do say that you happen to forget, you can still refer back to the notes and get it done, okay? So take notes. If you have your pen and paper in hand and you're ready for class to begin, good morning. Go ahead and put ready in the chat. Also, TikTok, let me tell y'all something. Listen, let me tell y'all about TikTok. YouTube too, y'all listening. Listen, the more we interact with this live, the more we like, comment, share, the more this live will get pushed to more people. Thank you, The Light. Believe it or not, a lot of women want to glow up. They want to start their business. They want to let go of fears. They want to stop being insecure too, okay? So let's like this live, double tap the screen, share the live, and comment so we can get this information out to more people, all right? Fair enough. Y'all ready? Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Good morning. What is a digital product and how will we build our business? All right, it's very simple. A digital product is something you do not have physical possession of. So think of a movie on Netflix, think of a song on your Apple Music, Spotify. Good morning. You don't physically have it in your possession, right? It's all out in the cloud somewhere, okay? Ladies, you will, not you can't, you will create something to sell. And I already told you, there's something that you already know about. When I lost 100 pounds, I monetized that knowledge. Learning how to be in a caloric deficit, knowing how to lift weights. So whatever it is you know how to do, that's what you need to sell. That's what you need to sell, okay? So please don't overthink. And you can do an ebook, you could do an e-course, you could do a private community, you could do workbooks, journals, affirmation guides. Maybe you're really good at parenting. You could teach other parents how to parent their kids better. Hello. Maybe you're really good at hair. You could teach women who want to learn how to do hair, how to start their hair business. Hello. So there's something that you can be monetizing, all right? Now, I'm gonna give you guys 2 apps. These apps will change your entire life if and only if you use them, okay? You gotta use the apps. Now, before I give y'all the apps, make sure y'all write this word down. Write this down. Execute. Oh, let me turn the mirror so y'all can see. This says execution. Ladies, make sure you guys write this word down, please, and thank you. This says execution, all right? This is gonna be the key word of the live. Because what you cannot keep doing is starting and stopping. What you cannot keep doing is talking about what you're gonna do but never do it. What you cannot keep doing is taking notes and not doing anything with them. So the key word of this live is execution, meaning we gotta do it. The things that I teach you guys to do on this live, you have to do it, all right? That's the only way it's gonna get done, okay? Very good. Yes, very good. All right, write this down. App number 1, Canva, C-A-N-V-A. Write it down, write it down, write it down. App number 1 is Canva. Oh, I also got affirmations here for you guys. I don't need to have it all figured out. I don't need to have it all figured out, okay? So for those of y'all who think you need to be perfect, no, you don't. You just gotta start. All right, affirmation number 1. Okay, Canva, C-A-N-V-A. Y'all got that? Canva, Canva, Canva. Now, some of y'all already have this app. Some of y'all use this app. Well, you don't use it. It's just sitting there collecting storage space. I need you guys to start using Canva for everything, okay? I promise you, Canva is gonna be your best friend forever when it comes to your business, all right? So maybe you wanna post content, you wanna talk about your digital product through the content, okay, cool. What if I told you Canva has hundreds upon hundreds of Instagram and TikTok reel templates to make everything look all pretty and aesthetic and professional and all of the things, okay? You can even use Canva for your YouTube thumbnails. For those of you guys who have tuned into my lives before, you know I always tell you guys to start your YouTube channel. I say it every damn morning, pretty much. Maybe today you're actually gonna listen. You can use Canva for your thumbnail templates on there, okay? To entice people to even want to click on the video. So whatever it is that you need for your business, you should be using Canva. Maybe you want to sell an ebook. Canva has hundreds upon thousands of ebook templates on there for you to use, okay? So whatever you need, I promise you, you can find it on Canva. Canva. Now, before we get into app number 2, let me make something very clear. For my ladies who think that they're too old to start their business, it's too late for them. I'm not tech savvy. Okay, let me say something to you very quickly. First of all, you are very tech savvy. You use technology every day. From the time you wake up to the time you go to bed, your phone is glued to your hip 24/7. You are on these apps all day long. That takes tech savviness. Does it or does it not? Okay, so you will use the same tech savviness that you already have and build your online business. Number 2, what did I tell you? You should be monetizing your knowledge, right? There's something that you already know about. That's what you should be selling. For those of you guys who think you're too old, you have a lot of knowledge that younger people don't have, which means you have a lot of things you could be selling. And for those of y'all who think it's too late, listen to me very closely. You woke up this morning, okay? That's a blessing. So every day that you are blessed with another day, you should be working on your goals. You should be working on building your business, becoming your dream version, sticking to the promises that you make to yourself, true or false. So since you woke up, you have another day to do something great. So work on the business, okay? I want to make sure we're clear on that. No excuses on this live. Okay? If you're ready for app number 2, put a 2 in the chat. We don't do excuses, not over here on this live. We have solutions. If you're ready for app number 2, put a 2 in the chat. And for those of y'all who are just tuning in, good morning. My name is Coach Jazz, and I teach women how to glow up, okay? Anything you want to do in your life, you can do. There's no limit to your greatness except the limitation that you put on yourself. You put the limitation on yourself, okay? That's a you problem, and we got to fix it. Okay? App number 2, are y'all ready? Go ahead and put 2 in the chat. Ooh, listen to this. This moment is shaping me into a strong version of myself. Amen, amen. Good morning, Just Being. This moment is shaping me into a strong version of myself. Amen to that, okay? Y'all better be taking these notes so y'all can get mentally stronger and financially stronger and all of the things. App number 2. So nobody's gonna put 2 in the chat, not one person. Remember, you guys, the more we interact with this live, the more this live gets pushed to more people. Good morning. Okay, so just like this live found you, let's allow this live to find others. Okay, fair enough? Okay, app number 2. Let me write it down. Make sure y'all taking notes. Thank you, the light. App number 2, here we go. Chat GPT. This is AI, by the way. This is AI. Thank you, Just Being. This is AI, ladies, okay? Chat GPT, very good. Got it? Okay, now, listen to me very closely. Some of y'all already use chat daily, happy for you. But the question is, are you using chat for the business? Chat will literally be your best friend. You have that one. Very good. Listen, chat will be your best friend, ladies. I can't make this up. Anything you need, I promise you, chat got you. So maybe you want to post content, but you're not too sure what kind of videos to make. Chat will tell you. Ask chat for video ideas, it'll tell you, okay? Maybe you want to start your YouTube channel, but you're a little camera shy. You're not too sure what to say in the videos. Chat will script the video for you. Chat will script the video for you. Now all you gotta do is say the words. And maybe you wanna write an ebook, which is what I'm gonna teach you how to do, but you're not too sure what to put in the ebook. What if I told you chat will literally write the ebook for you from beginning to end in under 60 seconds? App number 1 was Canva. If I'm lying, I'm flying, okay? So I gave you Canva, I gave you chat. Now we're gonna put it together and write this ebook. Are y'all ready? If you're ready, go ahead and put ready in the chat. If you are not taking your notes, you are doing yourself a disservice because I'm literally about to give you prompt number 1. Remember, the key word of this live is execution, ladies. Well, how can we execute if we don't even know what we're doing? Because I already know you're gonna forget. I already know, okay? Prompt number 1, write this down, here we go. Give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. Give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. Give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. If you got that, put got that in the chat. No student shall be left behind. If you need it to be repeated, this is your opportunity to ask. Remember, ladies, closed mouths do not get fed. How can we execute? We don't even know what we're doing. I need to make sure y'all got it. I need to make sure you got it. Let me know. Say got that in the chat. Let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go. And for those of y'all who are just tuning in, good morning. My name is Coach Jazz, and I am teaching you how to build your digital product and how to sell it. I'm also teaching you how to build yourself, ladies. We got to build that confidence. Very good. Yes, I can repeat it. Thank you for asking. Give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. Give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. All right, y'all got that? Now you're gonna hit enter. You're gonna hit enter. Now, before we move forward, gotta write this on my notes for y'all. Before we move any further, you guys give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. I need y'all to write this word down. Write it down. This says consistent. Write it down, write it down, write it down. This says consistent, okay? I want you to write it down. Then I need you to underline it. Then I need you to circle it, okay? Because we gotta lock in on the true definition of consistent. See, some of you ladies believe consistent means once in a while, when I feel like it. Every 6 months. No. Consistent means more often than not. So, if there are 7 days in a week, I need you to be working on your business, working on your goals at least 4 days out of the 7. We have got to be consistent if we want to reach our goals. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. If you do not go off of the plan and the mood, if you do not go off of the plan and you go off of the mood instead, you will never reach none of your goals. It doesn't matter what it is. It ain't gonna work because you're not consistent. We have to be consistent, all right? Now let's make it easy to be consistent because life is already hard enough, right? We're already stressed out. Some of you guys insecure, right? We gotta make it easy. Believe this. That's my dishwasher. It is so much easier to be consistent When you choose something off of the list that chat gave you that you actually have a passion for, when you do things that you truly enjoy doing, ladies, it's not hard to be consistent because it doesn't feel like work. And when things don't feel like work, you're more likely to do it because you're having fun. So go through the list that chat gave you and choose something that you genuinely like, all right? If it gave you 10 things and you don't like none of the things it gave you, fine, ask for 10 more and keep asking until it gives you something you want to use, okay? Y'all got that? We are trying to live a soft life, okay? Well, I know I am. I don't know about you, but I'm living a soft life, okay? Ladies, that hustle hard, grind, never sleep, that's masculine. That's masculine, okay? We are feminine beings. As women, we are very creative, okay? It's very hard to be creative when you're stressed out. It's very hard to be creative when you're forcing yourself to do something that you don't really want to do, okay? So please do yourself a favor and pick something that chat gave you that you actually like to do. Also, write this down. Good morning. Write this down. This is important. Money flows where energy goes. Write that down. Money flows where energy goes. I'm gonna say that one more time. Please make sure y'all write that down. If you don't remember nothing else, remember this. Money flows where energy goes. If you're anything like how I used to be, then you already know. As women, we tend to give our energy to any and everybody, okay? We're giving all of our energy to our spouse, boyfriend, sneaky link. We're giving all of our energy, if for those of y'all who have kids, you're giving all your energy to your parents, your friends, gossip, the news, current events. You're giving your energy to everyone else. And then when you sit down to try to work on something for you, you can't because you don't have any energy left. You continuously try to pour from an empty cup, which is why you always feel frustrated and drained and exhausted because your cup is empty, because you're giving all of your energy to everyone else. Stop. Stop. If you truly want to reach your goals, you are going to have to start giving your energy to yourself. You cannot be the best wife if you don't got no energy. You cannot be the best mother if you don't have any energy. It doesn't make you a bad wife because you want to work on your goals. It does not make you a bad mom because you want to prioritize something for you. It does not make you a bad daughter because you want to put yourself first. I need you to start giving out more no's than yeses. Stop saying yes to everything. No, I cannot sit on the phone and talk to you about your cheating husband. No, I cannot take you nowhere. No, you cannot borrow no money from me. The answer is no. No, 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 no. No is a complete sentence. Money flows where energy goes. So please start giving energy to yourself so that you can finally do what you want to do. Okay? Very good. Yes, Rhonda. Amen to that. All right. So once you choose the digital product idea you want to use, you will put in ChatGPT. This is prompt number 2. You said men go to this too. Okay. Fair enough, Mike. Fair enough. The answer is no. All right. Prompt number 2. Write me an ebook that helps people solve this problem. Write me an ebook that helps people solve this problem. Write me an ebook that helps people solve this problem. If you got that, got that in the chat. If you need for it to be repeated, this is the opportunity to ask. Remember, you guys, closed mouths don't get fed. Closed mouths do not get fed. And for those of y'all who are just tuning in, Good morning. My name is Coach Jazz, and I teach women how to glow up. We are building our ebook, and then we're going to learn how to sell it. And we're also working on our confidence and our self-love and our self-respect. Ladies, the way you feel about yourself determines how you show up for yourself. The way you feel about yourself determines how you show up for yourself. So for those of you guys who are struggling like hell to stay consistent when it comes to your business or any goals, okay, this is for anything, that's because you're not consistent with yourself inside. Do you consistently do things that benefit your health? Do you consistently exercise? Do you consistently eat right? Do you consistently prioritize your sleep? If the answer is no, well then no wonder it's showing in your outer life. We got to fix ourselves internally too. It's not all about money, money, money. Okay? We got to work on what's going on in this head of ours. Y'all got that? Everybody got that? Y'all put got that. I need somebody to write got that in this chat. I am not alone. It's okay to ask for help. Y'all got that? I am not alone. It is okay to ask for help. Amen, amen. I need somebody to put got that in this chat. Let me know where we at, ladies. Let me know. Also, make sure y'all follow me so you don't lose me. They do steal my videos. Yes, they do. And then they try to make fake accounts and message you. Thank you, Just Be. Thank you, The Light. Very good. You're going to hit enter. Now, this is what I mean by it has never been easier than today because chat literally wrote the ebook for you from beginning to end. Now, all you have to do is copy and paste, all right? So you will copy what chat gave you and you'll paste it into Canva, okay? You're gonna copy and paste, copy, paste. Now, if you're anything like how I used to be, you love to overthink. You are the queen of overthinking, right? Okay, I need you to write this down. KISS, K-I-S-S. This is an acronym, write this down, K-I-S-S. It stands for Keep It Simple, Silly. Keep it simple, silly. Ladies, please don't overthink. Don't do it. Just copy and paste. Just make sure it is clean, simple, legible. It doesn't have to be fancy, okay? Clean, simple, legible. Yes, write me an ebook that helps people solve this problem, okay? So you're gonna make sure it is clean, simple, legible. When you are done copying and pasting and you love the way it looks, you will download it as a PDF file. P is in Peter, D is in dog, F is in Franklin. Write this down, y'all. Come on. Get to writing. Y'all better write this down. Remember, we got to execute. How can we execute if we'll know what we're doing? All right. Once you are done downloading it, you will upload this file to your hosting site. He all in the window. He trying to get this information. Okay. Stand store, Etsy, all up in the window trying to see what's going on. Stand store, Etsy, Beacons, Gum Road, and Shopify. Stand store, Etsy, Beacons, Gumroad, Shopify. These are hosting sites. You only need one. Yes, there are others, but these are the most popular ones. Stand store, Etsy, good morning, Beacons, Gumroad, Shopify. Y'all got that. Y'all better let me know. I need someone to let me know y'all got this. Ladies, we executing this morning. Good morning. We gotta make sure we got it. Do y'all got that? Yes or no? Because I know that was a lot. Let's go. Let me know y'all got that. While I wait for some got that's in this chat. Ooh, my struggles don't define me. I know that's right. Very good, Rhonda. Thank you. My struggles don't define me. I know that's right. Hello. My struggles do not define me, okay? Yes. Y'all got that? Okay, good. Now, before we move forward, let me make something clear. Listen, these are some of the most popular hosting sites. There's more out there. Now, The beauty of having a coach, having a mentor, ladies, is that they can teach you things to do and not to do, all from their own personal experiences. Listen to me very closely, okay? I have made a lot of money on these apps. I've been doing this 5 years, almost 6. I started during COVID. But I would be lying to you if I did not tell you I also made a lot of mistakes. One of the biggest lessons I learned on my entrepreneurial journey, life, my glow up journey, all of the journeys. Ladies, we have got to get a handle on our finances. We have got to get a handle on our finances. And that does not always mean making more money. Sometimes the reason why we feel like we live paycheck to paycheck is because we spend way too much money. And if you do not learn financial literacy, no matter how much money you make, you will continue to live paycheck to paycheck. How do I know that? Because that used to be me. I was paycheck to paycheck when I had my job. I thought that once I started my business, that would no longer be my life. I continued to live paycheck to paycheck, making thousands and thousands of dollars a month, still overdrawn every month. How? Because I never had financial literacy. I never learned it. I had no discipline. I never put myself on a budget. I never used to understand how people could make so much money. You guys, I was making $20,000, $30,000 a month. Could make so much money and then still be so broke until I learned that it's because people don't put themselves on budgets. As a woman who's trying to elevate and glow up her life, you have to have a handle on your finances. That's a non-negotiable. Non-negotiable, ladies. And the reason why I bring this up is because these hosting sites have fees, okay? When you run a business, you're gonna be paying some fees, CapCut, Apple storage space, just you're gonna have fees. These hosting sites are no different. There's also fees, okay? Now, I use Stan Store. I love Stan. Stan is great, ladies, but Stan is also very expensive. Stan is $99 a month. That's very high if your business is not making $99 a month yet, okay? So if you're brand new to entrepreneurship, you're just getting started, no for Stan Store, cross that out, that's not for you. Instead, I want you to create your Gumroad account. Gumroad, Gumroad. Because Gumroad only charges you a percentage when you make a sale, okay? They charge you 10% for every sale. So until you make sales, you don't have to spend any money. Now, what I do know is this. You're gonna make money. How do I know that? Because you're taking notes, you're asking questions, and you're gonna execute, okay? So you'll make money. And when you do start making money, I want you to bring everything over to Stan Store. Because Stan Store has a lot of features that will help you expand your business. Like Afterpay and Klarna. Let me tell y'all a little secret. People love payment plans. Buy now, pay later is taking over. Okay, it really is. And if you have Afterpay, Klarna, Affirm, Sezzle, I don't even know all the other ones. If you have that on your site, I promise you, you will make a lot of money. But you will start with what you have. You will start on Gumroad, and then you'll transfer everything over to Stan Store later, okay? Shopify, Stan Store, Etsy, Beacons, Gumroad, Shopify, okay? All right, now, before we're about to get into sales. We're about to get into sales, and I want you all to know this. Sales is 80% of the business. What we just did was we made the ebook. We took Canva, ChatGPT, put it together and made the ebook. And now we have to sell it, okay? We got to sell it. And sales is 80% of the business, ladies. 80, that's more than half, okay? So we have to get it right. You got to get it right. You don't have a choice, okay? But before we get into sales, I want to make something very clear. That process, ladies, of copying and pasting and making that ebook should not take you longer than 2 hours. Respectfully, if you're gonna be honest, it shouldn't take you longer than 1. I'm gonna give you some grace, and I'm gonna give you 2. You're not going to convince me that it takes longer than 2 hours to copy and paste some words. And honestly, I don't care how old you are. On this live, age ain't nothing but a number. If it is taking you longer than 2 hours to copy and paste, we have a serious problem. One problem that you might be experiencing, and I used to be guilty of this too, you're a perfectionist, right? You're just a perfectionist. Everything about you just must be perfect. You're the woman who's gonna sit on a brilliant idea for 6 months because she just has to overthink. And then when she does decide to get started, she's gonna second guess her brilliance. She's gonna start, stop, take things out, get frustrated, irritated, and annoyed, and give up on it. And then she's gonna let 3 more months go by doing absolutely nothing because she just has to overthink some more. And then when she does decide to get started again, first, she's gonna go ask 20 people what they think she should do with her business. Meanwhile, the people that she's asking, they're not even business owners. And these aren't even people she would trade lives with. But yet she cares so much about what people think. And then when they do give her their opinion, she listens. She cares. Next thing you know, a whole year has gone by and she hasn't done anything towards the business. If that is you, I used to be the same way, that's how I know this, okay? If that is you, I need you to hear me loud and clear when I tell you this. What the hell is that? I need to hold your hand when I tell you this, okay? You're preaching, I'm reading you good. Listen, I know. But I say this with love. Okay, you're not perfect. Ain't shit perfect about you. But that's okay. Because I'm not perfect either. And there's nothing perfect about me. Ladies, we are flawed. Everybody is flawed. Okay? There's no such thing as perfect. You're chasing something that doesn't exist. What you really are is scary. You live in fear. That's your problem. And what do we say on this live? Fear stands for fuck everything and run. And that's what you're doing. You're running away from the brilliant business ideas you have. You're running away from freedom. You're running away from your purpose. You're running away from self-respect. You're running away from everything because you're so fearful of people talking about you. You're so fearful of people, I don't know, laughing at you. It's just a whole bunch of fear. You're fearful of failure. And so you just freeze. And if you want to dig deeper, what all this really is self-sabotage. You are self-sabotaging. See, that's why it's not anybody else but you. This is a you problem. You know when people say it's you versus you? That's because that's real, okay? You are self-sabotaging. It's not family sabotage. It's not marital sabotage. It's self-sabotage. You're the problem. And the reason why we self-sabotage is because it's our brain's way of trying to protect ourselves from feeling disappointed in ourselves. Okay, it's all just to avoid feeling disappointment. Your ego can't handle doing something new and not getting the results that you want in the time frame in which you want them. And so to protect yourself from feeling disappointed, feeling shameful, you make up all these excuses to avoid it. But you already said you don't like your job. A lot of you already said that you're tired of living paycheck to paycheck. You said you want more for your life. You said you want to start a business. You want to build your confidence. That's what you said. But every day that you live like that, you're still living in disappointment because there's still things that you're not 1000% happy with in your life. But we got to fix it. But we can't fix it. How can I help you bring more money into your household if you don't have anything to sell? How can we have a business with no products? How can we build our confidence when we continuously give up on ourselves? How can we have self-love and self-respect when we're not even doing things that truly make us happy? You can't. You can't. So, you have to launch the product, ladies. You have to launch. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. You have to launch. And understand that the more you do something, the better it gets naturally. The product will never be perfect. But the more you keep talking about it, the more you keep showing up for your business, the more edits you can make, and the better you can make it along the way. All of your favorite businesses that you spend money with today got better along the way. Look at Netflix. Look at Netflix. I don't know how old you are. I have no clue. But believe it or not, Netflix did not always have a fancy Netflix app. No, they did not. And they damn sure weren't doing comedian specials with Dave Chappelle and Kevin Hart. They didn't have their own original movies and series and TV shows. No, they didn't. Years ago, you used to have to go on their website, netflix.com. You used to have to make a list of all of the movies you wanted to see, a favorites list. And these weren't their originals. Yes, study DVDs. Yes. And they would mail you a DVD. You could watch it as many times as you wanted. And then when you were ready for the next movie off your list, they would mail, you had to send that one back and they mail you another one. They didn't wait to be perfect. They launched with what they had and they got better along the way. You will get better along the way too. So you're just gonna have to launch. Return and get another one. Exactly, Michelle. Yes, exactly. And now they got fancy apps, pay-per-view, all of the things. Okay? Now, another reason why it might be taking you longer than 2 hours is because you're distracted as fuck. You're distracted. You are distracted as hell. Okay? Listen to me. When you get off work, you could work on the business, you could work on your content and reaching your goals, but you choose not to. You would rather sit on the phone and gossip with your friends about celebrities and their baby daddies. When you do have time off, like the weekends, you could work on the business, work on your goals, but you choose not to. You would rather sit on the couch and watch Netflix and Hulu for hours. Late at night when the children are asleep. You could work on the business and reaching your goals, but you choose not to. You would rather lay in the bed, scroll social all day, sending funny videos back and forth in the group chats. And the reason why you do all of this is because you're trying to escape. This is all escapism at its finest. And the reason why we try to escape is because there's things about our life that we're not 1000% happy with. And instead of you just fixing it, you would rather run from it. But just imagine a life where you no longer feel the need to escape it because you have the freedom that you've always wanted. So what if we just stop? What if we stop escaping and just lock in on building a life that we never feel the need to escape from? So this is what you're gonna do today. You are gonna turn the TV off. Thank you, Sin. You're gonna put the phone on Do Not Disturb. Tell your little girlfriends you'll talk to them later. You have a business to build, okay? You're gonna sit down at home. No, you don't need to go to Starbucks because you get distracted there. You're gonna sit down at home. You're gonna start your product and you're gonna finish it. Not start, stop, come back next week, because we all know you're not coming back. You never do. You're gonna start it and you're gonna finish it. 2 hours is all you need. If we are crystal clear on all of these instructions, yes, absolutely, Summer. If we are crystal clear, please put clear in the chat, because respectfully, there is no point in talking about sales if you don't have anything to sell. And for those of y'all who are just tuning in, good morning. My name is Coach Jazz, and I'm teaching you guys how to glow up your life. Not only are we building businesses on this live, we're building confidence. We're building discipline, accountability, consistency, love. We're building all of the things. And make sure you guys follow me if you have not already. They do steal my videos, y'all. And they make fake accounts. And they're going to turn around and message you. So please do not get hoodwinked, finessed, or bamboozled, y'all. Okay, now let's talk about sales. Good morning. Now, I told y'all a few minutes ago, sales is 80% of the business. 80. That's more than half, okay? So we got to get this right. We got to get this right. And I'm not going to lie. Most people fail at sales. Okay? I'm just letting you know, I'm going to tell you the truth. Most people fail at sales. But not for the reasons that you may think. Okay? Some of y'all think people failing at sales because it's just so hard. No. Sales is actually not hard. Sales is pretty easy. The reason why most people fail at sales is because of the things that they say to themselves in regards to sales. In other words, their mindset. Okay? People want to say things, and you might be guilty of this. I used to do this too. They want to say things like, well, Jazz, I'm not a salesperson. What if I talk about my product too much? What if people think I'm annoying? What if people think I'm begging them for money? Okay. Well, before we get into sales, let's fix our mindset when it comes to sales. First of all, you are not begging anyone for anything. Okay? That's not true. Selling is solving. People have a problem, you have a solution. That's it. You're not begging anyone for anything. So get that out your head. Number 2, you have to talk about your product consistently because people are going to forget. People don't have a memory anymore, okay? People are being fed content all day and all night long. You have to remind people about your products and services if you want them to remember. People are living their own lives. They're not thinking about you. Why do you think I told you guys to take notes? Because I already know you're gonna forget. Why do I keep telling you that the key word of this live is execution? You've heard me say it at least 10 times by now. Because I need to keep reminding you so it sticks in your head. You have to consistently talk about the product and service so that people will remember. Otherwise, they'll forget. Look at Amazon. We're all Prime members, right? We all know who Amazon is. But even though we're all Prime members and we all know, they still remind us all day that they exist. How? Those damn Amazon trucks you see outside. You can't even go 2 miles down the street anymore without seeing an Amazon truck. One just pulled up. They could have made that truck any color, but they kept it simple and put their logo on it. Why? So that every time you see that truck, your brain thinks Amazon. You can't even go down a neighborhood without seeing Amazon boxes and envelopes on the doorstep. Why? They did it on purpose. So that you know they exist. Thank you, business, so that you remember. You think they're worried about you thinking they're annoying? No, they know you're not going nowhere. They know you still want that one-day shipping. Hello. For those of you guys who have seen my face before, maybe I'm not a new face. I'm all over the internet. You might have found me on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Threads. I'm everywhere. For those of y'all who have seen me before, how is it that I'm able to show up every day talking about Glow Up Academy without worrying about people thinking I'm being annoying? Without worrying about people thinking I'm begging them? How am I able to have that confidence? Because I have a solution to people's problems. That's how. People want to learn how to build their businesses. I teach them inside Glow Up Academy. People want to build their confidence, become consistent and accountable. I teach them that inside of Glow Up Academy. People want to learn how to monetize their platforms. I teach them that. All inside Glow Up Academy. I'm not begging anyone for anything. If they don't want it, fine. If they unfollow, who gives a damn? They'll come back when they're ready. They just won't ready. And that's okay. And because I have that energy with my products and services, I sell, and I sell a lot. Because Amazon has that energy with their products and services. They sell, and they sell a lot. And if you want to sell a lot too, you are going to have that same energy. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. You're either going to swim or you're going to sink. If you're ready for sales tip number 1, put a 1 in the chat. And for those of you guys who are just tuning in, good morning. My name is Coach Jazz, and I'm teaching you guys how to build our business and also how to build ourselves, okay? Ladies, the days of no confidence are over. We're gonna work on that. The days of being a bully to yourself are all over. When was the last time you said to yourself you're proud of yourself? Unacceptable. If you can't even remember the last time you told yourself, good job, I'm proud of you, you're amazing, that's the problem. That's the problem. It's not that you can't have a business. You can. But you got things going on in this head of yours that's keeping you from getting it done. No confidence whatsoever. That's a problem. That is a problem, okay? Let's do an affirmation real quick. Ooh. I trust that life has beauty even in difficult moments. I trust that life has beauty even in difficult moments. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Oh, let's do this one real quick. Ooh, this one's perfect. I believe in my dreams and my ability to achieve them. Amen to that. I believe in my dreams and my ability to achieve them. Y'all better start speaking these affirmations. I know sometimes it can feel awkward at first. I know when I first started my glow up journey years ago, saying affirmations was awkward as hell. I know. But the only reason why it feels awkward is because you don't believe it yet. You just don't believe it yet. So you just feel like you're lying to yourself, right? But if you keep saying it, it forces you to start to believe it. And then when you believe it, you start to achieve it, okay? So please just go through it. You just gotta do it. Just trust me, okay? Now, we're about to talk about sales, but let's talk about the elephant in the room. Failure. Failure. A lot of you guys are so afraid to start your business because you're so afraid of failure. But what if I told you that you don't even know what failure means? A lot of y'all are very confused as to what the word failure means. So let me go ahead and unconfuse you. Some of you guys think failure is launching your first ebook, and if you don't make $1 million in 30 days, then you failed. Some of y'all believe that if you start your first YouTube channel, you don't get 60,000 subscribers in 24 hours, then you failed. Some of y'all think that if you make your first TikTok reel and you don't get 10,000 views by the end of the night, then you failed. But that's not failure. See, failure only exists when you quit. When you throw in the towel and you say, you know what? I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore. I give up. Well, then you have failed. But if every single day you commit to just getting a little bit better, I'm not even asking you to get a lot of it, just a little bit better than you were yesterday, doing something today that you didn't do yesterday. Maybe yesterday you thought about making content. How about today you do it? Maybe yesterday you hit snooze on the alarm all morning. How about today you just get up when the alarm goes off? Maybe yesterday you didn't drink any water. How about today you drink some? Every single day that you do something just a little bit different, better, towards your goals, that's not failure because you didn't quit. You are still committed. You're still trying. And that's all I'm asking you for. Because the more consistently you do something what I say, it automatically just gets better, magically. I can't make this up. So for those of you guys who are so afraid to quit, so afraid to fail, just don't quit. Just don't quit. Now, you don't have to worry about failure. Problem solved. Okay? Okay. And for those of y'all who are just tuning in, good morning. My name is Coach Jazz. Okay. Sales tip number 1. Make sure y'all taking these notes, y'all. Remember the key word of this live is execution. Content is king and distribution is queen, okay? Content is king, distribution is queen. So let's break this up so it makes sense, okay? The content is king. Let's start here. So in your content, you're going to talk about your products, your business, your services. That's what the content is for, okay? To get the word out, to let people know what we have and how we can help them, all right? Content is king because we have to post consistently so that people remember, okay? I need you to post consistently. And what did we say consistent meant? More often than not, right? So if there's 7 days in a week, we have to get to a point where we're posting at least 4 days out of the week. But we're also working on just getting better every single day. So if you're not posting at all, the first starting point for you would be, let's just get one video up. Let's focus on one video a week. Then once you get into the rhythm and the flow of that, then we'll up it to 2. Then we'll up it to 3. So we're always going to focus on just getting a little bit better every single day, okay? Now the distribution is queen part. Not only will you be posting content consistently, I need you to be building at least bare minimum of 3 platforms. We got to build 3. Why 3? Because 1 is too close to none. 1 is too close to none. Like that one income you have at that one job. If they laid you off tomorrow, what would you do? If you put all of your eggs in a TikTok basket and the US decides to ban it like they were trying to do this time last year, what would you do? You'd be freaking out like all the other TikTokers who only had their eggs in a TikTok basket. Listen. I teach my students, we have to stay proactive so we never have to be reactive. In other words, we need to stay ready so we never have to get ready. Now, which platform should you grow? Well, that's up to you. It doesn't matter. I always suggest starting with the platform that you're always on. So if you're always on TikTok, start at TikTok and then choose 2 more. If you're always on YouTube, start on YouTube. Obviously, you like the app because you're always on it, right? So just start there. Now, let me tell y'all this in case you didn't know. YouTube is the most watched platform. Some of y'all think it's TikTok. No, it's YouTube. YouTube has even replaced cable TV. Yeah, it sure has. There are more people watching YouTube than anywhere. So I'm going to always suggest that you start your YouTube channel. Post consistently, show up. You can thank me later. You can thank me later, okay? Now, before we get into sales tip number 2, I feel like some of y'all are still living in fear. And some of y'all are doubting your ability to do this. Some of y'all just came in and you're already feeling overwhelmed, okay? You might be saying things like, Jazz, I don't know if I can post consistently. I'm already doing a lot. You want me to make a digital product? That sounds hard. You want me to show up consistently? That sounds hard. You're telling me to build 3 platforms? That sounds hard. And honestly, I don't even know if I can do this. Okay. Well, before you run away, like you always do, and let fear take over, why don't you listen? Just listen. First, what I want you to know is I can't convince you of shit. So, if you want to believe that posting content consistently is so hard, I'm going to let you think it. I'm not going to convince you otherwise. If you want to believe that copying and pasting some words that AI gave you and pasting it into a Canva template is just so hard, I'm going to let you think it. I won't say nothing. You want to call it hard? Fine, it's hard. Happy? It's so hard to follow through with what you say you're going to do. Fine, it's hard. But the life that you're currently living is also hard. Working a job that you absolutely hate is hard. Living paycheck to paycheck, Robbing Patrice to pay Paula is hard. Knowing that you're meant for more and not living it is hard. And a lot of you guys live like that every single day. I notice as women, we have a very toxic habit of never wanting to give ourselves credit where credit is due. Like, we refuse to look at all of the things that we've overcome in our life and realize that we're capable of anything. Some of us have experienced grief. We've lost people that were so close to us, right? And in those moments, we didn't think we'd be able to overcome it. We were like, how can we live without them? And you're still living without them. Sometimes we've lost jobs. And in those moments, we're like, how the hell am I going to make sure that my family can survive without me having my job? But you figure it out. You always figure it out. There hasn't been a time where you haven't. But despite that, you still can't see that if you can do that, if you can get through that, you can get through this. And that's what fear will do, okay? Fear will convince you that you can't do shit. Meanwhile, look at all of the things that you have already done. Look at it. Some of you guys are freaking superwoman. Most people could never walk a half a mile in your shoes. And despite everything you've already overcome, you're doubting your ability to overcome this? You don't think you can post a 30-second TikTok video? Really, ladies? Really? 30 seconds? You don't think you have the ability to copy some words that chat gave you and paste it into Canva? Really? That's the problem. Lack of confidence. You don't even believe in yourself. That's the freaking problem. It is literally all in your head. And I don't have to convince you of this because you can see this for yourself. There are people on these apps who are in worse off situations than you, still showing up consistently, trying to build their business. There are women on these apps with more kids than you, no help, still showing up, building their business. There are people on these apps who have serious disabilities, can't walk, are in wheelchairs, sickle cell anemia, but they still show up trying to reach their goals. There are people on these apps who lost it all. They lost their job, they lost their house, they lost their car, but they didn't lose hope. And they still show up trying to make their dreams come true. Some of y'all don't have half them problems. Let's be real. Some of y'all ain't got none of them problems. Some of y'all maybe, and I'll give you some grace, but some of y'all, let's just cut the shit. Some of y'all are sitting pretty. Some of y'all are blessed. Listen. My online business changed my whole life too. Okay? I've been doing this for almost 6 years. I started during COVID. I've made more money than I ever could have imagined off of my cell phone, my laptop, and some freaking Wi-Fi. But before all of this, I lived a very different life. I used to work a 9 to 5. I was very depressed. I was extremely overweight. I was miserable. See, I bought into the American dream bullshit that they sell all of us. I bought in back in high school. They told me to go to college, get a 4-year bachelor's degree, accrue a whole bunch of student loan debt that you probably will never be able to pay off, right? Get a good job with stability, benefits. You'll work for about 30 to 40 years and you'll be too old to work. There probably won't be any Social Security left for you. So you're gonna be really broke in your 70s. And then you can just die. I said, okay, let's do it. Let's do it. Everybody else is doing it. My mom's telling me to go off to college. My friends are going off to college. I'm like, let's go. I went off to college. Got me a 4-year bachelor's degree. Cost me $40,000. Graduated. Got my first full-time job at 23, making $60,000 a year. I was so excited, you guys. I was jumping for joy. I thought my life was going to be, woo, child, I was going to be rich. Okay, I really did. So once I got the job offer, I accepted. I decided to move out of my mom's house. I was sick of her rules anyways. I was like, I want my own place. I'm a grown woman now. I want to do grown woman things. So I went out, got my own apartment. Didn't stop there. I did what most Americans do. I told you guys I had really bad spending habits back in the day. Don't judge me, okay? But I did what most Americans do. I went out and got me a car payment. See, I already had a car. It was paid off, title in hand, but it was old. No leather seats, no push to start, no tablet in the dash, you know. I had to upgrade to match my new life. So I went out and got me a brand new Dodge Charger. Couldn't tell me anything in that car. And you know, with expensive cars comes expensive car insurance and expensive gas. My car note was $450 a month. By the time I paid all my bills, y'all, I was broke. Every syllable of the word broke. But I had another problem. I had to start paying back them damn student loans. Yeah. See, I thought it was all fun and games. Okay, I didn't think the government really wanted their money back. Everybody has student loans, right? Yeah, but they still want their money back. And they're not playing with you. They'll give you 6 months after you graduate to get on your feet. They won't call, they won't send letters, just focus on getting a job. But best believe when that 6-month mark hits, they are sending letters. They want you to submit your tax returns. Why? Because they're gonna tell you how much you can afford. And since they saw on paper, I made $60,000 a year, I didn't have any dependents, so no kids, they said I should be able to pay $400 a month. I said, what? 400? Yeah. That's the price. Not up for negotiation. I had 11 student loan accounts that they lumped under one monthly payment of $400. Every month that I did not pay those student loans, which was literally every month because I genuinely couldn't afford it, I got 11 missed payments on my credit. In the course of 1 year, you guys, I racked up 121 missed payments. My credit was shot. 520. So I have really bad credit. I'm broke as hell. I have one last problem. I had to start paying back then. I hated my job. You guys, college didn't prepare me for corporate America. I had no clue what I was walking into. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I grew up very sheltered, okay? So I didn't know too much. I was very naive, kind of green in my early 20s. I didn't realize how brutal corporate America was. They told me in the interview we were all gonna be one happy work family. And I believed it. So I went in there thinking everybody was just so nice. No. People in corporate America, they don't like you. They'll do all the fake shit though, so it's confusing. So they'll do the Secret Santas and the Thanksgiving potlucks to act like they're one big old happy family, but they don't like you. They'll invite you to happy hour after work off the clock. They'll spend time with you, but they don't like you. They'll even invite you to their wedding. They'll invite you to their house, but they don't like you. They don't like you. And best believe, when it's time to get promoted, they will stab you in the back and repeat everything that you said to management. I was miserable. And just so you know, I worked with all women. I was the youngest one there. I must have put in hundreds, if not thousands of applications trying to get out. Nobody was calling me back. I couldn't even get an interview. So I'm broke, really bad credit, and I hate my job. For the first time in my life at 23, I felt trapped. If you've never experienced what it feels like to feel trapped, consider yourself extremely blessed. You're blessed. But let me give you some context. See, trapped feels like no matter what you do, your life not gonna get no better. You could pray to God all you want. That's how it feels. But it's like he's not listening because he's not fixing it. That's how it feels. You could wake up and have a positive mindset all you want, but best believe it's gonna be negative ass shit from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed all day long, every day. You could try to work overtime or get a part-time job to catch up on bills so you're not so stressed. But it's like just when you have some money, something always comes and slaps you in the face. Now your car won't start. Now you got parking tickets because you can't afford to pay for the garage. It's always something. And it's like no matter what you do, your life won't get no better. That's how it feels. And that's how I felt for years. I used to pull up and cry before I even clocked in. I started to get anxiety, butterflies in your stomach that you can't get rid of. I started to bring my job home with me. You ever did that before? So you've already clocked out. Now you are at home, replaying the conversations that took place in your head. I couldn't even sleep at night anymore. I was so stressed. I became paranoid. I thought they were going to try to fire me. And to cope with all of my depression and my anxiety, I started drinking. I didn't know how else to deal with it. First, it was a few drinks a week. It quickly spiraled into every day. And the only reason why I'm telling you this is because if any of my story resonates with you, you are already doing something hard. Going to a job that drains you is hard. Crying every day because you are so miserable with life right now is hard. Knowing that you're meant for more and not living it is hard. The reason why I was so depressed back then was because I didn't have anything in my life to look forward to. I didn't have any hobbies. I didn't have any interests. So my life was on repeat. It was literally get up, go to work, be miserable, come home, cry, drink, sleep, repeat. Who wouldn't be miserable to live like that every single day? That's miserable ass shit. But now I get to wake up every day doing what I love. I have purpose. Some of you guys think that you can't do it because your ideas aren't good enough. You see people on these apps, you see it for yourself, doing the darndest things, making millions. How? Because they're just consistent and they decided to try. That's how. I want to say one more thing before we move forward because I just need to make sure this really hits home. I hope you realize that if you work 8 hours or more like how I did, you realize you spend more time at work with people you don't even like than you do your own family who loves you and adores you. You realize that, right? See, I literally worked 9 to 5, okay? I'm in rush hour traffic. So what should only be a 20-minute drive is an hour. An hour to work, an hour back, 2 hours in the car, 8 hours at work, 10 hours out of my day gone. By the time I do get home, I am drained, I am exhausted, I am defeated. You only have a few hours to spend with your spouse and your kids before you have to put everybody to bed and turn around and do it again the next day, just to look forward to the weekend. But respectfully, what the hell are you looking forward to? Because Friday you still worked. Saturday is the only day you have to do what you want. But Sunday, not so much, because you have to what? Prepare for the work week. So you got to cook, clean, go to the grocery store, do laundry, and mentally prepare yourself for the bullshit sitting on your desk for Monday. Ladies, that's not living. That's surviving. Life is meant to be lived, not survived. I don't know what your religious beliefs are, but the God I serve, he loves me. I know he does. And since he loves me so much, why would he create me to be so miserable? Why would he want me crying every day and hating life? Why would he build me for that? He didn't. He built me for a very special reason. He had a purpose for my life. And he allowed me the opportunity to find it. And now I get to live it every single day. You have purpose for your life too. Your life is worth more than paying bills. Your life is worth more than slaving away at a job to make somebody else rich while you're counting pennies trying to make ends meet at home. There is something extremely special about you, but somewhere along the line, your light got dim. Life has a tendency to beat us down. Maybe toxic relationships, toxic friendships, toxic family, toxic jobs. And now here you are today, no confidence at all. Anything that you want to do, you can do. If you even thought the thought, that's because you can already do it. See, God doesn't plant seeds if he doesn't think you can harvest it. So if you even thought about a business, that's because you can do it. If you even thought about monetizing your platforms, that's because you can do it. But if you don't let go of the fear will continue to hold you back and keep you trapped right where you are. You can do this. All right, let's get back into sales. For those of y'all who are just tuning in, good morning. My name is Coach Jazz. All right, y'all, sales tip number 2. Make sure y'all are taking these notes now. All right. People only buy from people that they like, that they know, and that they trust. Okay? People only buy from people that they like, know, and trust. So, if they don't like you, not gonna buy. If they don't know you, not gonna buy. If they don't trust you, not gonna buy. So how do we get people to like us? Okay. In your content, I need you, I think I'm gonna do red today. Let me get you some red. In your content, I need you to be relatable and I need you to be authentic. You need to be relatable and you need to be authentic, okay? Listen, we need to build a community because the community that we build, those are going to be the people who buy your digital products, okay? But we can't build that community if you're not your true authentic self. So you wasting time trying to be perfect and make sure you have the perfect lighting and the perfect angles and the perfect aesthetics, that's not relatable because nobody is perfect. People connect with people who they can relate to. Nobody can relate to perfect because nobody is perfect. So I need you to be yourself. I need you to open up and share things that you've gone through. It doesn't mean you got to air out all your dirty laundry. But I still want you to be comfortable enough to share something that resonates with people. That's how you get people to watch your content and buy your products. Okay? Now, for those of y'all who think you're going to let fear take over and say, well, Jazz, what if nobody likes me? Okay, that's impossible, number one. Because there's 8 billion people in this world. Somebody is bound to like you. Okay, now I'm not gonna lie, I used to be fearful of that too. When I first started creating content, I forgot there's a whole world outside of the USA. Okay, you guys, when you post content, it goes everywhere. You become an international superstar. And I'm not telling you this to scare you, I'm just telling you this so you can realize how silly you sound when you say things like people won't like you. You would be surprised at how many people you can connect with. People really need to hear from you. You have this very solution to their problem. What if I let fear take over this morning and I didn't go live today? Then you guys wouldn't have been able to watch this. And I wouldn't have been able to help anybody on here. But that's literally what you're doing to other people. Welcome! See, people from all over the world, you guys. But this is what you're doing to other people because you won't get out your head. So please, post the content, okay? Now we said people only buy from people that they like, know, and trust. Okay, great. How do we get people to know us? How do we get people to know us? Okay. I need you to go live. I need you to go live, okay? Listen, going live is going to be the best way to build your community. Now, is it the only way? No, but it is the best way. How? Because it allows people to get a sense of your energy and your vibes. It allows people to connect with you, engage, interact, and it allows you to promote your products. Now, some of y'all hard-headed. You're going to say, that's great, Jazz, but I don't want to go live. I'm just say, fine, don't. I told you, I'm not the coach that's going to try to convince you of anything. If you don't want to go live, don't go live. But let me just remind you, you also said you didn't want to go to work. You still go. It amazes me how people are willing to go to work hard, to build someone else's business, to make somebody else rich. But they absolutely refuse to work hard to build their business to make themselves rich. You see people on live all day, all night, especially on TikTok, selling. Yeah. I promise you this, if you go live consistently, you will make more on live than you ever made at that job. I promise you that. Yes, Sonari, yes. So go live. Now, some of y'all are like, well, Jazz, I'm open to it. I'm willing. I'm just a little live shy. Okay, listen, that's normal. Okay, it doesn't mean you suck at life. It doesn't mean you're not meant to do this. No. The only reason why you're live shy is just because you don't have enough experience doing it. You might have done it once 6 months ago, but you haven't done it since, or you never did it at all. We've been on this live for 82 minutes. If you're still watching, that's because you trust what I'm saying to be true. Otherwise, you would have left. So I need you to trust this. If you go live consistently, I promise you, you will get to a point where you are no longer live shy. Everything that you do over and over again gets better without even trying. You didn't always know how to walk, but now you walk just fine. How? Because you had to consistently do it. You didn't always know how to read, but you read just fine now. How? Because you had to consistently do it. Thank you, Brandy. You didn't always know how to drive, but you drive just fine now. How? Because you had to keep doing it. So just imagine if you just went live consistently. Oh. All right, so we said people only buy from people that they like, know, and trust. Okay, well, how do we get people to trust us? How do we get people to trust us? You guys, there's a reason why I'm telling you to post consistently, and it's not for your health. The reason why I'm telling you to post consistently is because the more people see you, the more they begin to trust you. Consistency builds trust. I don't know if you know this or not, if you're living under a rock, but most people work extremely hard for their money. You work hard, I work hard, we're all out here working hard. If you want people to trust you with their hard-earned money, you are going to have to be trustworthy, which means you're going to have to be consistent. You don't have a choice. You really don't. Now, I want to do, hold on, I messed this up. All right, I want to do an exercise with you guys. For those of you guys who do not have a product yet, just sit this out, take your notes. For those of you guys who do have a product, but you're struggling to make the sales that you want, this is for you, okay? Now, first thing we need to do is remove the ego and the pride. Now, some of y'all can't do that because you think you know everything. And there ain't nothing that anybody can't teach you that you don't already know. Well, I'm not going to convince you otherwise. If you want to have all that ego and pride, go ahead. Just know pride always comes before the fall. Now, for those of y'all who can be teachable, you recognize that there's always room for growth and you don't know everything. I'm talking to you. Okay. First, what I need you to do is go to your profile. And we're going to ask ourselves these questions. And you have to be honest. Write this down. The worst lies are the lies you tell yourself. Write that down. The worst lies are the lies you tell yourself. Don't you ever forget that. Is it clear as day who you are, what you do, and how you can help people? I also want you to ask yourself this, be honest. If you were not you, would you buy from you? If you were not you, would you buy from you? If the answer to any of those questions is no, then you should no longer be confused as to why people are not buying from you yet. There should be no more confusion. But the reason why I'm saying yet is because you have the power to fix it. You sure do. That's the beauty of life. That's the beauty of business. That's the beauty of everything we've talked about so far on this life. Anything, and I mean anything, that is not giving you the results that you want, you have the power to fix it. You just choose not to. Listen, I already know I'm not the coach for everybody because I'm about to tell you about yourself. I'm about to tell you about yourself. You choose not to fix it. So if it's not clear as day who you are, what you do, and how you can help people, just fix it. Make it clear so that when people go to your profile, they know what they're getting into. If you are live shy, fix it. I already told you how. Just go live consistently. You choose not to. See, the problem is you don't want to change. That's the bigger problem here. See, the version of yourself, your dream version, your dream woman, your leveled up woman, she's already within you. Okay, she's already within you. But the problem is she's buried under the excuses, the procrastinating, the fear, the self-doubt, the lack of confidence. That's a you problem. You are getting in your own way, and it's gonna have to change. You don't have a choice. There are things about you that do not align with the version of yourself that you want to become. The woman who's confident, who's posting, who's showing consistency, who's building her business, who believes in herself, who loves herself, who has discipline. You're gonna have to change to become her. See, a lot of y'all think that you can't fix it. Thank you, God. A lot of you have a trap mindset. I used to have one too. And you believe that how things are today is how it's always going to be, failing to realize that you can fix anything that you don't want. See, I used to believe I was trapped at that 9 to 5. I really thought that. I wasn't trapped. I could have fixed it a long time ago. I chose not to. I chose to complain. I chose to vent. I chose to throw pity parties for myself. I had the power to fix it years before I left. but I was living in a trapped mindset. And a lot of times we've been in a trapped mindset for so long, we don't even realize that we have full control. See, some of y'all think that the reason why you can't get ahead is just because you don't have enough information yet. So you believe that if you just watch more YouTube videos and you watch more TikTok lives, then you'll have all the information that you need. No, you don't lack information. Let's be real. You have more information you even know what to do with. Because as soon as I get off of this live, you're gonna go be in 3 more lives and waste another 2 more hours. That's what you're gonna do. You're not lacking information. You're lacking implementation, meaning you don't execute anything. Which is why I made the keyword of this live, execution. You are the woman who continuously talks about what she's going to do, but you don't do it. You are the woman who constantly starts and stops. You are the woman who has excuse after excuse as to why something can't be done. Because you don't execute. You are gonna have to change. Because you can watch all the lives you want. You can watch all the YouTube videos you want. But if you do not execute what you're taught, it doesn't matter. Because it's not gonna happen. You have to work for it. You gotta put in the work. Just like you put in the work at your job to get a paycheck, you have to put in the work to reach your goals. You have to execute. And then a lot of you guys waste time trying to escape. You guys, you already see for yourself how fast time moves. How many times a day do you look at the clock and say to yourself, wow, it's already 7:40? Whoa, it's already 5 o'clock? What? New Year's is on Thursday? Whoa. You do that all day. You see for yourself how fast time moves. But you still choose to waste it. And my question for you is, how much longer do you want to keep living like that? Because you already know where it gets you. It gets you nowhere. It gets you nowhere. One of the toughest pills that I had to swallow on my own journey, this is tough, but the truth will set you free. Your life and the direction it's going in, whether it's going great or not so great, is a direct reflection of the choices you make. I'm gonna say it again. Your life and the direction it's going in, whether it's going great or not so great, is a direct reflection of the choices you make. For those of you guys struggling financially, your finances are a direct reflection of the choices you make. That was an extremely tough pill for me to swallow, because I was struggling with my finances too. I was so used to living paycheck to paycheck. And I assumed that once I started my business, all that would go away. I figured if I just made more money, I wouldn't be struggling with my finances anymore. No, I still struggle with them. I was still paycheck to paycheck. Why? Because I was always overspending. I had an overspending problem. It didn't matter how much money I made. I would continue to run into that problem and be broke at the end of the month, every single month, overdrawn until I fixed it. My finances were a direct reflection of the choices I made. I had to fix it. I had to put myself on a budget, and I had to stick to it. I had to execute. Now you might be like, Jazz, girl, I really just don't have enough money to come to my house. Like, that's why I'm paycheck to paycheck. Okay, fine. Okay. But it's still your fault. And I'm going to tell you why. Times have been hard. Food prices and rent prices have been on the rise for years. This didn't happen last week. But every day, you choose to do nothing about it. You could have launched that ebook 6 months ago. You would be making sales today. You could have started that YouTube channel 4 months ago. It would be monetized today. You could have started that TikTok last month. You would be building your community today. But every day, you choose not to. You choose to make excuses. You choose to complain. You choose to vent. You choose to throw pity parties. And my question for you remains, how much longer are you going to continue on that path? Because as you already know, it gets you nowhere. You're going to have to change. And listen, I'm not perfect. Ain't shit about me perfect. The version of me that y'all see today is a reflection of all the changes I've made. Listen, I used to be full of excuses too. I had an excuse for the excuse, okay? I used to procrastinate as well. Oh yeah, my motto was, why do today what I can put off till tomorrow? In other words, I'll just do it tomorrow or Monday or New Year. And it never happened. Never. I used to live in fear too. I used to self-doubt. I used to be my biggest bully to myself. I know a lot of y'all can relate to that. I used to call myself stupid on an hourly basis. How the hell was I going to be an entrepreneur when I keep telling myself how stupid I am? I couldn't. It had to change. The things I used to say to myself was absolutely disgusting. What kind of crap is that? Telling yourself you're stupid, you can't do nothing, you're ugly, you're fat. What? I had to fix it. The biggest distraction that I struggled with in my own journey was alcohol abuse. And I told you guys, I started that toxic ass habit when I had that toxic ass job. And you would have thought that once I quit the job, because I just quit on a whim, you would have thought that it would have all went away. I quit during COVID. No, it actually got worse. At least when I was at work, I couldn't be drunk for 8 hours. But now I'm home, it's COVID, everything is closed. I had nothing but time to distract. I took full advantage. You guys, problems never go away. They just get worse. See, I quit my job. God planted the seed in my head and told me to quit. I quit. Didn't have any money saved up. But the plan was I was going to live off of my stimulus for a few months. I was going to live off of that, and then my business would be making money by then, and then my business can just take over all my bills from there. And you know what else? I had just bought a house. I hadn't even been in that house for a whole year yet before I quit, but I was fed up. I had been there 6 years. I was miserable. I was tired of their crap. I left. And so I was doing all the things that you probably do. Watching the TikTok coaches, watching the YouTube videos, just trying to make it all make sense. Digital products, monetizing your platforms. But it wasn't working. And see, I was convincing myself that I was being productive and that I was doing everything I could, but the algorithm doesn't like me. Just lying to myself. I told you guys the worst lies are the lies you tell yourself. I wasn't being freaking productive because I was always drunk. I wasn't posting consistently. I was always drunk. The worst lies are the lies you tell yourself. And I started getting pissed off at God because I'm like, God, you told me to quit. I'm not making any money and I'm running out of stimulus. I already made a payment arrangement with the lights. If I don't pay the lights by the date that we set, they will cut them off. I already missed one mortgage payment. If I miss another, they'll start trying to foreclose on a house I haven't even been in for a whole year. I didn't want to admit to myself that I had a drinking problem. Who wants to say that out loud? I was embarrassed. I felt shame. So I didn't. I continued to lie to myself. I told myself that as long as I don't start drinking until after 11 a.m., I'm not an alcoholic. Because see, alcoholics, they start their day with alcohol. So as long as I wait, even though I'm drunk all day, every day, as long as I wait till 11 a.m., I don't have a problem. Okay. The worst lies are the lies you tell yourself. But you get to a point where you can't keep running from yourself anymore. Eventually, God's going to make you sit down and listen. I believe God is within you. He's not at the church. He's not in your spouse. He's not in your best friend. He's inside you. Those ideas that you have, that's God talking to you. That intuition, that gut feeling that you get, that's God talking to you. A lot of times we don't want to listen though. We say we do, but we really don't. But eventually, He's gonna make you listen. And I remember He sat me down one day and said, Jazz, what are you doing? You have been begging me for a business for years, which was true. He said, the opportunities are right in front of you, but you're wasting it. So what are you gonna do? Are you gonna keep doing what you're doing, which is a whole bunch of nothing? Or are you gonna fix it? Are you gonna change? I decided to fix it. I decided to change. I decided to stop drinking. I haven't had a drink in almost 5 years. I will never touch alcohol again. I am done. But since I decided to change, my whole life began to change. I started posting consistently. I started really being productive because I was no longer drinking. My platforms started growing. I started making sales. I started to feel good about myself for the first time in my life. I started to say positive things to myself like, Jazz, you're amazing. Jazz, I'm so proud of you. That's how I was talking to myself. I started to have confidence. Never had that before. I stopped crying all the time because I finally started to feel good about myself. All because I decided to change. What a lot of people fail to realize, and what I didn't realize back then was this. Ladies, in order to get something, you're gonna have to give up something. In order to get something, you're gonna have to give up something. You can't have both. In order for me to get the business that I had been begging God for years, I had to give up excuses. I had to give up procrastination. I had to give up fear. I had to give up negative self-talk. I had to give up distractions. I had to give up alcohol. But when I gave those things up, God opened the floodgates of heaven for me. God gave me everything I asked for and more, all because I decided to change. See, I had just asked God to help me make 60K to replace the job. I even started negotiating that. I said, Lord, if you can help me make 45K, I will take it. Just help me get out of this job. He gave me 6 figures. I asked God for 10K Instagram followers. I thought that'd be pretty cool. He gave me 100,000 Instagram followers. I asked God for 5K YouTube subscribers. He gave me 30,000 YouTube subscribers. I asked God for a little bit of confidence so I could finally feel good about myself, so I could stop crying all the time. He gave me a lot of confidence. There's nothing I don't think I can't do. I can't even remember the last time I cried. All because I decided to change. See, the version of me I was back then wasn't aligned with who I was trying to make him make me to be. But until I changed that, he wasn't going to give me this. See, he already has our blessings for us. He designed you for it, right? He's ready to give it to you. It is yours, but you're not obedient. And he's not going to give it to you until you change. See, we have free will, so we can drag out the change as long as we want. If you want to wait 5 more years, go ahead. He will make you wait. You want to wait 10? You want to wait 20? Fine. He will not give it to you, whatever it is you want, until you change. But once you do, he gives it all to you. All because you changed. And yeah, maybe change is hard. Maybe it is. But the life that you're currently living is hard. Crying every day because you're not happy with life is hard. Knowing that you're meant for more and not living it is hard. Stressing about bills, that's hard. Not even believing in yourself, that's hard. I've done both. But at least this hard comes with peace. This hard comes with freedom. This hard comes with confidence. This hard comes with purpose. This hard comes with income. There's nothing that you can't do. But the problem is you got things going on in here that keep you from it. And if you even thought the thought, that's because you are capable. God wouldn't give you an idea that you couldn't do. But you're gonna have to change. For those of you guys who want to change, I want to help you. But I can't help people who don't want it, and I'm not willing to try. If you're 1000% happy with your life and the direction that it's going in, then respectfully, just keep doing what you're doing. If it's not broke, don't fix it, right? If you like it, I love it. It is what it is. But if you're not 1000% happy and you want to change it, I want to help you. Inside Glow Up Academy, I'm going to teach you how to build your online business. Whatever you want to do, I got you. It's in there. You want to monetize your YouTube? You want to get paid for posting content? Fine, I'll teach you. All of my platforms are monetized. I got you. You want to sell your ebook? Maybe you want to do an e-course, a private community, whatever. We'll build it together. It's all inside Glow Up Academy. Maybe you want to sell on TikTok, like how I do, how my students do, how thousands of other creators do. Fine, I'll teach you. It's all in there. You want to do affiliate marketing. You want to get commission for anything that you sell on TikTok Shop. I'll teach you. I do that too. It's all in Glow Up Academy. No matter what it is that you want to do with your business, it's all in Glow Up Academy. But not only am I going to teach you how to build your business, I'm also going to teach you how to build yourself. To build your confidence, your follow through, your discipline, your accountability, letting go of the fear that's been keeping you trapped. Those are the things that's holding you back. Some of you guys still want to hold on to believe it's just not, you just don't have enough information. No, because I could tell you exactly what to say on TikTok Live to convert sales, but you're still not going to do it because you don't think you're worthy of success. I could tell you exactly what to do to monetize your YouTube channel in 4 months, like how I did on 2 of mine and my students, but you're still not going to do it because you don't know how to be consistent. I could tell you how to build your community, but you're not going to do it because you still care what people think. We got to build you in order to build the business. Because there's things about you that don't align with the version that you're trying to become. So instead of wasting time, let's fix it. Let's fix it. Inside Glow Up Academy, we're gonna fix it together. Now, before I let you guys join, just a couple of things. Number one, I only let 10 people in at a time. Believe it or not everybody has the same journey. Some people have a product and no audience. Some people have an audience but no product. Some people have a million ideas, but we gotta lock in on one first. I told you guys earlier, money flows where energy goes. And sometimes you have way too many brilliant ideas, and you're trying to do all at once. No, we gotta choose your most favorite one. We'll build that, and then once that is flourishing, then we'll come back into your pile and build another, okay? And some of you guys have no clue what you wanna do yet, and that's fine, we'll figure it out together. No matter where you're at in your journey, I can help you. I have this notice for myself. Having more than 10 people join at one time overwhelms me because I want to make sure that I'm helping you to full capacity, okay? So that's why I cap it at 10. And then once we reach 10, I take the link down until I'm ready to accept more people in, all right? Also, I'm gonna set a timer for 10 minutes. I told you, I'm not here to convince anybody of anything, and I don't even have the power to do that. People who truly want change, they move. They may not know how to get to where they want, but they know they want it. And I can show them how. So I only want people in who they're moving, okay? That's why I cap it at 10. I can't force you. I can't, okay? One last thing. Glow Up Academy is lifetime access. So once you're in forever. There's no annual fees. One time, that's it, okay? Normally, it's $597 for lifetime access. And people pay it. I had 2 women join yesterday at $597. But since you guys were here, you were present, you listened, you took notes, you asked questions, I'm taking the price down. And I will leave the price down for 10 minutes. Once that 10-minute timer goes off, I'm taking the price back up, okay? For the next 10 minutes, it's $249. That's it, forever, okay? You can use Afterpay or Klarna to break that payment up and still get lifetime access, okay? Okay. Before I set the timer, I'm going to show you guys how to join, all right? When you guys join, do not leave up off my live until you confirm to me that you got your email. I need to know you got your emails, okay? Sometimes the autocorrect gets you, fine. I need to know you were where you're supposed to be, okay? All right. I'm gonna start with TikTok and then I'll show YouTube. YouTube, your instructions are a little bit different. TikTok, in order for you guys to lock in, you're gonna click on my profile picture up at the top twice. You're gonna come to my profile. You're gonna click on this link right here that says Glow Up Lounge HQ. Glow Up Lounge HQ, okay? Now TikTok, this TikTok right here, that's my main account. So my profile does not look like this, but the links are still the same, okay? You're gonna click on the link. You're gonna click this red button here that says open, okay? Oopsies. And then you're gonna click on this top button that says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access. I got you. Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access, okay? And then once you click on that, here you go. Become the woman who actually follows through. It's already marked down. It is 2:49. Alex, please don't leave till you confirm that you got your email from me, okay? Scroll down. Feel free to read my reviews. I don't mind. You're gonna enter your name and quadruple check your email address. Please quadruple check because that's where it's going, ladies. That's where it's going. That's why we're gonna make sure everybody where they need to be before we get up off here, okay? So you can also use Afterpay or Klarna to break that payment up. Once you're done, you're gonna click on this blue button here that says Start My Glow Up. Within 30 seconds, the first email will be from Stan. The second email will be from me, Jasmine Spencer. Because there's no annual memberships, because there's no monthly subscription, it's one-time access, I'm adding you in manually. So that's why you're getting that second email, so that you can join for free. Well, not for free, but you get what I'm saying, without the other stuff, because it's a Skool community, okay? 1 second. YouTube, in order for you guys to lock in, you guys have to leave the live. You're gonna come to my channel and click on this link right here that says Glow Up Lounge HQ. And then once you click on that, you're gonna click on the top button that says Glow Up Academy. Okay, 1 second. And then here we go. Become the woman who actually follows through. And it's already marked down to 2:49. Same thing. Enter in your name, quadruple check your email address, and then click on the blue button that says Start My Glow Up, okay? Okay. Any questions for me before we get started? I'm going to set the timer now. I see y'all joining. Please confirm to me that y'all got y'all's emails. Give me 1 second. Okay, timer has started, 10 minutes, and we are going. Yes, please, you can use Afterpay or Klarna. I don't have, yes, you guys go, listen. So what, this is my thing. I don't always go live. Okay? So if you're ready, use Afterpay or Klarna, and then you got it. You got the discount. People do pay $5.97, okay? So if you want to get in on the discount, just go ahead and get in now, because I do not always go live. Okay? All right, let me check. Crystal, I'm about to send you your link now. Please confirm that you got it. Okay. Okay, Crystal, check your email from Jasmine Spencer. I don't know which live you're on. Jasmine Spencer, that's me, in the email from Stan. I'm doing AKs now. AK, check your email. You should have 2 emails now, one from Stan and one from Jasmine Spencer. Okay? You're welcome. Yes, I'll show you again. You're gonna click on the first one. The first one, babe. Give me 1 second. And I need you guys to let me know you got your emails. Please don't leave before you let me know. Okay, click on my profile picture up at the top twice. You're gonna come to my profile. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Click where it says Glow Up Lounge HQ. And then click on this red button right here that says Open. And then click on this top button here that says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access, okay? Become the woman who actually follows through. Absolutely. And here we go, okay? Very good. Now, while you guys are joining, let me get this stuff out the way. What I want you guys to do, as soon as I get off of here, I hop right inside Glow Up Academy. While you guys are waiting for my message, and when you get my message, please respond, because I want to know what you're struggling with. How can I help you if you don't tell me what the problem is, right? So I need you guys to make sure you're checking your inbox, okay? Now, while you're waiting for me to get inside, I want you guys to go to the Classroom tab. Now I want you to click on the Start Here Welcome and Orientation Vault, all right? So I have a 7-day orientation for you so you can get acclimated with how Glow Up Academy works, but also Also, I have a small homework assignment for you to do every single day for 7 days. That's towards your business and your glow up, because I need you to prove to yourself that you know how to start something and finish it. We're building confidence. We're building belief in self. We're building self-respect and self-love. That all starts with keeping promises that we make to ourselves. That's how that starts. And you need confidence to have a business, because you can't see the outcome, but you have to be confident in yourself to know that you can do it. Okay? So that's why things are the way they are in here. So I want you to go through this. The videos are short, sweet, to the point, okay? And I want you to complete that. Now, the beauty of Glow Up Academy, you guys, is you pick your path. It's whatever you want. So for those of you guys who are ready to build your business, then you will start in the business building vault. I walk you guys through from scratch how to use ChatGPT and Canva. This is especially useful for the people who are not familiar with Canva or Chat, okay? Because I share my screen and walk you through it completely. Also, how to price it and how to put it on your hosting site. I also walk you through how to set up your LLC, your S Corp, or your C Corp, whichever one you choose, how to file your business taxes, and how to build your business credits, okay? Maybe you already have a product, but you're not making sales yet, and I want you to go to the Marketing Mastery Vault, where I walk you through how to create content, how to build your audience, what kind of things to say in your videos, how to script your videos, okay? Maybe you want to focus more on self-care and building that self-love and self-respect, go to the Self-Care Vault. Maybe you want to focus on your mindset. Maybe you have limiting beliefs. You care what people think. Maybe you're a people pleaser. Maybe you don't have boundaries for yourself, right? Go to the Mindset Motivation Vault, because I walk you through how to stop caring what people think, how to live life on your terms, things to start building your confidence, okay? How to build your consistency. Absolutely. So go there. If you want to grow your Instagram, go to the Instagram Vault. You want to grow your YouTube, go to the YouTube Vault. You want to grow your TikTok and do TikTok Shop, TikTok affiliate, go live on TikTok, TikTok Vault. TikTok Vault. Maybe you want to be faceless Vault. Okay? So you choose your path, whatever you want to do, whatever your goals are. Also, too, for my members who are joining today, Tuesday, so tomorrow we have our new member workshop. Those are Tuesdays at 2. Good morning. Those are Tuesdays at 2. And Thursdays we do our live coaching calls. We also have Sunday reset. So every single Sunday we get together and we talk about how we're going to reset for the week. Right now we talk about our book club, and we just sit, we chill, and we really just work on our mindset, okay? Any limiting beliefs, things that you're trying to fix in your journey, that's what that's for, okay? So I am always present for my students. So I expect you to be there. If you can't be there, the replay is still available, so you can still watch it. So you still never miss a beat, okay? All right, you guys have a few more minutes to join before we get out of here. Thank you. Ooh. Here, what do y'all think about this one? I have the strength to overcome any setback. I have the strength to overcome any setback. Amen to that. Amen to that. You guys, a lot of times the things that we go through in life is really a lesson. It's a lesson. The question is, are you going to use the lesson, or are you just going, oh, well, no, you got to use the lesson. Okay? It's just getting you stronger for the next chapter. That's what that is. So this is why I'm big on, like, okay, life's, but you still got to get up. You still got to get up. Every day you have a choice. I know sometimes it's harder than others, but the truth is still the truth. Every day you have a choice. You can choose. That's the beauty of life. You can choose to be sad and cry and sulk, or you can choose to get up and take control of your life. You always get that choice. I'm not sitting here saying it's not hard, but I want you to understand that you have the choice. Don't ever forget that. Don't ever forget that. And every single time that you choose to get up, you are making yourself stronger. You are making yourself stronger. okay? So don't ever forget that. It's okay to leave my comfort zone. It's okay to leave my comfort zone. Leave it, pack your bags, and get out of it. Because ain't no growth there, honey. Ain't no growth in that comfort zone. So I need you to book yourself a first class flight right up out that comfort zone and never return. Never. There's no growth in the comfort zone. You are wasting life in that comfort zone. I can't make this up. So whatever feels uncomfortable, that's good. That's good. And the more comfortable you get with being uncomfortable, the more you grow. The more you grow. But again, that's a choice. You have to decide. What are we doing? We staying in the comfort zone, or are we gonna move out of it? What are we gonna do with life? You have to decide that. But I'm telling you this, that comfort zone is keeping you hostage. It really is. Yes, I got you. You're gonna click on my profile picture up at the top twice. Come to my profile. Click on where it says Glow Up Lounge HQ. Click on this red button right here that says open. And then click on this top button that says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access. YouTube, in order for you guys to lock in, you're gonna leave my live and come to my YouTube channel and then click where it says Glow Up Lounge HQ. And then click on the top button that says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access. And then here we are, $249, okay? We have 5 more minutes left and I'm taking the price back up, okay? Right there. Become the woman who actually follows through. All right. Ooh. I'm a powerful creator of my own reality. I am a powerful creator of my own reality. Yes. Manifestation is real, okay? Just because I tell y'all to execute does not mean I don't believe in manifestation. Manifestation is real. I literally manifested my whole life. But you have to execute, okay? Manifestation is not just writing down things that you want and then you don't do anything with it. You still have to work for it, right? Think about like if you're trying to lose weight, the weight does not just fall off. You don't just wake up one day skinny. No, you got to move your body. You got to eat less. You got to drink your water, right? You're putting in the work. You're doing it. It doesn't just fall off. Maybe you want to fix your credit so you can buy a house. The credit doesn't just fix itself. You got to pull up the report. You got to see what's on there. You got to create a budget and pay some stuff off, right? Maybe you have to get a credit card to build the credit. Maybe you got to save some money. Maybe you got to go look at houses. So you're putting in the work. The house doesn't just fall in your lap. You had to go through the process. You had to execute. You can't just put a house on your vision board and you don't look up how to be a first-time home buyer. You don't look up ways to save money. You don't look up ways to fix your credit and actually do it. It's not going to happen. Am I lying or am I lying? So anything, building your business, going to school, whatever it is, you have to execute. And the reason why a lot of y'all are afraid to execute is because you're afraid to fail. So what do we say about failure? Failure only exists when you quit. So, don't quit. Now you ain't failing. Hello. Don't quit. Now you ain't got to worry about nobody failing. How about that? Okay? You got this. You got it. You got it. You got it. And one last thing. We got 2 minutes left and I'm closing it out. One last thing. Thank you for those of you guys who joined. I'll see you inside Glow Up Academy. For those of you guys who did not, listen. Let me just leave you with this. Every day you have a choice. You can keep doing what you're doing or you can change it. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. When I end this live, my voice fades. And then you fall right back into your old ways. If I motivated you, I gotta fix my hair. If I motivated you, if I spoke life into you, if you stayed, that's because you were meant to be here. But don't allow the end of this line to be the final destination. Join Glow Up Academy, get the discount, use Afterpay or Klarna, break it up, and start your glow up. Because you're worthy of success, you are worthy of wealth, and you are worthy of happiness. And don't ever let anybody try to tell you that you're not. They're lying. Okay? Very good. I enjoyed you guys this morning. Have an amazing Monday. Make sure y'all follow me so you don't lose me. They do steal my videos. Yes, they do. Okay? And I will see those of you guys who joined. I'll see y'all inside Glow Up Academy. For those of you guys who didn't, I'll see you when I see you. Okay? Very good. Bye TikTok number, I think this is TikTok number 2. Bye TikTok number 1. And bye.